So Cleveland Golf sent me their brand new RTX6 Tour Rack Zip Core Wedges 5660 to test and review for y'all. I haven't used a Cleveland wedge in over 20 years. I haven't used a dynamic gold shaft in over 20 years. So I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with this one. Yeah, 20 years since any Cleveland club or dynamic gold shaft has been in my golf bag. It's been a while, but I'm diving deep into this review of the Cleveland RTX6 wedges. All of my reviews of clubs go through a 4-part criteria: look, feel, numbers, and playability. So I went with the raw Tour Rack finish. They look really, really good. I mean, heck, they've already started to show a little bit of rust just after a couple rounds. Looking down at it, I love the look of the grooves and the mill work and the milling in the toe. I like a straighter leading edge. This leading edge just has a bit of curve. I don't love it. I don't hate it, but I certainly don't love that look. I like a straighter leading edge. Cleveland seems to do a little bit more curve, a little bit more relief in the heel and the toe, but everything else, looking down at it, at address, in the bag, looks great. I will give a little bit of a knock to just, there's a lot of branding, there's a lot of markings. You have Cleveland, you have Zipcore, you have RTX6 Tour Rack, and then the loft and bounce and the full mid, it just seems a bit busy. It looks a little bit kind of like game improvement iron to say full mid or high bounce over the degrees as well. So 56, full 12. So it's like, it's kind of redundant having full and 12. It just looks a little bit busy on the toe. I would love it if it just said 56-12, just a little more classic. But that's kind of my knock. Looks probably like an 8 out of 10. Like I said, the leading edge just a little too round for my tastes, and just a little too much going on the back of the club. But everything else looks great. Like I said, the look is meh, but sometimes you can overlook less than perfect look when they feel so damn good, and these feel awesome. Like, I put these straight into the bag. I didn't even hit these in the garage first. My first test with these was a round of golf, and the feel was incredible. Full shots, half shots, little shots around the green. I didn't hit extra shots with them. They just feel so good. Off the face, they grab, but they don't feel like over grabby, over spinny, and this shaft, I think this is the best wedge shaft I've felt or I've hit. Maybe ever. It just did exactly what I wanted it to do. I could flight it really low. I could hit it high. I could get it, like it just, the feel, absolute 10 out of 10. When I test numbers for a wedge, I test them based on like a 3/4 yardage. So with the 60 degree, that's a 90-yard shot. And with the 56 degree, it's a 105-yard shot. Freaking perfect. Holy cow, 3-3. So I'm pulling an average of 5 shots when I get these numbers. And with the 60 degree, this was 5 for 5. This was like so incredibly predictable. Some of these flew exactly 90, but the average, 90.2 yards. You see the numbers all here on the screen. Spin number, so good. That spin number is money. Some wedges I've tested earlier this year are just spinning a little too much, and I'm already kind of like a higher launch wedge player. So if I'm launching it a little bit too high and spinning it too much, I could run the risk of shots falling out of the sky too early or really rising with the wind when I'm trying to flight it into the wind. So these numbers of spin, and then look at that launch. That launch is like a degree lower than what I can get with all other wedges. I love that. And the thing that's happening is the peak height is coming down, but the angle of descent isn't changing a great degree. So literally perfect numbers for me. And yes, it's the club head. Yes, it's the shaft, but like this 60 degree is 100% staying in the bag because it's bloody perfect. So 56 degree, this one took me about 9 or 10 shots to get these 5. Not as predictable, but that's maybe just a me thing more than the club. They're perfect, again, not spinning too much, keeping it kind of right around 9,000 RPM at that slightly lower launch, a little bit lower peak height, but not losing a lot of angle of descent. It's so good. it's just like, it's so good. And when I played with them, I saw that before seeing these numbers. So yeah, that's just really, really good. We're doing it a little bit differently. We're kind of skipping the flow of things. Usually I get the numbers first with the wedges, but these wedges I'm putting in the bag first to test them for 18 holes at Streamsong Black. Second hole, 60-degree wedge, 58 yards, up and over the bunker. Let's see how they perform for me out here. So playing with these on the course, not knowing numbers, I didn't not trust them. I just was like, let's see what we can do, and we could do everything. First and foremost, I could flight them. It was so fun to do. Hit a little 60-yarder, nice and low, try to chase it back there, make a birdie. One little 93-yarder, a little bit into the wind, like hard flighted 60-degree. Oh, that felt really good.
Sounded good too.
Yeah, and that like actually didn't balloon.
That was a little flatter.
Wow.
That was sexy.
Sexy. So, it was just so good. And then when I think I hit a full sand wedge once, kind of high, but landed perfectly, hit my number, awesome. And then around the greens, I think I had like 2 shots, one with the cameras rolling, a couple maybe with the cameras not rolling. So good. And then bunker shots. And I had 3 bunker shots that day, 1 here with the camera rolling. It was so good. Like, it was so fun. I shot a couple under par. I played a tee up on Streamsong Black just to make sure that I would hit more wedges. And yeah, these wedges are going in the bag. Like, I can overlook that little rounded leading edge because the playability, the numbers, everything, the feel, it all backs up. Everything's a 10 out of 10 that looks like an 8 out of 10. Yeah, you would love something that you look down at and you love, but I don't hate it. It's good, but the performance is there. Everything about these wedges is so good. I love the feel. Shaft, great. Yeah. This is almost the perfect wedge. We'll see you in the next video.